Hey there, everybody. I'm CCP Dolan here with CCP Rise, bringing you the 12th match of the second day of the New Eden Open 2. We have 8 CAS in red versus Cynosural Field Theory in blue. And what's this we have on the field here?
Another golem you can see there for the Cynosural Field Theory team. Tinkerhell flying that golem. Alongside him is a Navy Dominix, an EOS, 2 Inquisitors, 2 Merlins, and a Malediction. And 8CAS has brought a different setup than yesterday, but sticking with the Navy Ravens. Actually, I can't remember.
I think this might be the
Is
same
it the
setup.
same? I know it was Navy Ravens. I can't remember what they had with it yesterday. But anyway, 3 Navy Ravens, 3 Ishkers, and 2 Herons this time. So this is tough match for 8CAS, I think. Have to see if they're able to kill the Inquisitors for 1. I think that's going to be important. And then 2, whether or not they can get through one of the battleships before they start to lose their Navy Ravens.
Damps from the Merlins coming across on those Navy Ravens. The Golem, how is the Golem positioned on field here?
Looks like both teams are at pretty long distance from each other. The Golem started 30k from the beacon.
Heron dropping here.
They're at like opposite angles from the Navy Ravens, which also came in at pretty long distance. Now those Navy Ravens are relatively fast. You can see there one of them going 1,000 meters a second. So they should be able to get themselves to wherever they kind of want to be on the field. They are going after those Inquisitors first. I think that's smart. They need to take those down to have any chance of killing that Navy Dominix.
Sven Hansen already dropping down in the Heron for 8CAS. We see, nope, yep. I thought it was a boundary violation, but it is not. It's just they're trying to charge across the field, get caught up in these Golem and Navy Dominix. They really have to keep the Navy Dominix pinned and catch these Inquisitors. But so far, no tackle on the Cynosural Field Theory team at all. Finally, a web landing on one of those Inquisitors.
One thing, if you're wondering what the Herons are for, I'm not 100% sure about everything, but you notice they're not dampening the other team. It's likely that what they're doing is remote sensor boosting their own team, so that those Navy Ravens can deal with the damps that they're getting put onto them more easily. So that's a smart move. They lost one of them already, but that's making the Navy Ravens more effective. So that's a good call.
Ishkers for 8CAS, ASB boosting. Holding pretty well as they take down this Inquisitor dropping into low armor, and that's going to be not only half the rep gone, but the ability for cross rep between the Inquisitors wiped off the field. So this second Inquisitor is going to go down much more easily.
Yep, that's absolutely true. I'm checking out on my screen now where this Navy Dominix is at, seeing if he's anywhere near. The Navy Dominix is very range sensitive. I mean, he has drones that could be sentry drones, but he also has likely blasters up top and wants to get close to his targets, and it will be hard for them to catch these Navy Ravens.
And I think one of the things here that you may have seen just a couple seconds ago was that Navy Dominix smart bombing.
Yep.
And of course, from these Ishkers, a lot of their damage is coming from their full flight drones here. So if that Dominix can get up the other Inquisitor drops, that Dominix can sort of smart bomb off these flights of drones, then it's going to become that's going to clear a lot of 8CAS damage off the field here.
Yeah, it looks like they've moved the drones away from him, or at least lost some of them. For a minute, he was smart bombing his own curators, but he stopped doing that, and now he's getting moving again, trying to get to one of these bigger targets. He's pretty close, actually, to one of the Ishkers.
Ishker dropping.
Yeah, they're going to be picking those off. They're a little too close to that Dominix.
But they're trading back for a Malediction here. Not a terrible trade.
No, the nice thing for the 8CAS team, if they can get rid of the support, the Merlins and the Malediction, the rest of this Cynosural Field Theory team will not be able to catch those Navy Ravens very easily.
Yep. The projection from the Golem, he'll always be able to shoot them, but
yes, that's
one
true.
Golem, I'm not sure it can.
And it's true that the curators coming from the other 2 ships should hit them pretty easily as well.
Yeah.
But still, not having tackle hurts.
Still not being able to kill this Malediction.
And now that Navy Dominix actually starting to take a pretty decent amount of armor damage.
I suspect the Navy Ravens started shooting at him because there's no real tackle, or soon to be no tackle on the field for the 8CAS team. They're going to wait for those Merlins and Malediction to actually get on top of the Ravens. Maybe someone has a web or something in the mids.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. And yeah, they're moving that DPS over to that Navy Dominix now. It's really important, at least I think it's going to be really important whether they kill the Navy Dominix before they lose a Navy Raven. I think it's very unlikely that 8CAS will be able to kill the Golem, no matter what in this match. So what they really kind of have to get done is get enough DPS off the field that they don't lose on points just from losing Ravens.
I assume either the Malediction, I assume the Merlin is the one needing that Navy Raven.
I was going to say that Ishker is like a hero. He was lasting a really long time in Maledictions and Merlin taking damage. So.
Yep, we see here shots fired on that Merlin. Malediction still hanging out in almost no armor. A single volley catching him off guard would do a lot of damage here. ECM drones on that EOS, which makes not a ton of sense, but the Navy Raven of Chip Flux is dropping into low shields. If he goes down, that's going to be the match for 8CAS. I don't like two Navy Ravens against the
Oh,
Golem and Navy Dominix here.
I don't know when he
Oh,
got caught, but that's really bad
yeah.
news having that Navy Dummy right on top of him.
Yep.
He's never going to survive that unless they can kill the Navy
Unless they
Dummy
can kill the
first.
Navy Dami. The Navy Dami is about to drop into low structure. If that Navy Dami goes down, it's like this is a hair trigger right here. So there'll be no armor tank for this Navy Raven, and he's not boosting right now. He's probably on reload. But they need to finish off this Navy Dominix, which is just so much beef.
So much beef. I would really encourage 8CAS to be careful about overheating their missile launchers. I know right now is the time that they're probably tempted.
Yeah, oh, there's the Navy Dominix going down. They need to take this Navy Raven before it reloads its ASB. If he reloads,
he just boosted just a second ago.
Did he just boost?
Yeah, he just boosted again. So he's now probably going to last a little while longer, at least for a whole nother reload, because the DPS is not all that high coming from the.
He's in structure and losing structure right now.
Yeah,
He's gonna go down.
Yeah, he is going to go down. I don't think that means the match is decided either way. They're going to go to work on the second Navy Raven after this. There goes the first one.
Navy Raven, how much? So
but the EOS is going to start to go down as well, and
yeah.
if they can take the EOS out, they're probably going to be in good shape.
EOS is going to have some damage, but not the mighty damage of that Navy Dominix, and I don't know if they'll be able to like kill these Navy Ravens in between reload, because they'll push them to reload eventually, but they can't actually finish these people off. Malediction just taking damage here.
Yeah, interesting. Somebody decided to the Navy Raven's now shooting at that Malediction.
Yeah.
They're probably very concerned about getting tackled. I don't know though.
Well, why would they? Why would they be concerned about getting tackled?
Yeah, I know. You're right. There's not really anything.
There's
nukes potentially if the Golem gets close to them, killing the Merlin off too. Maybe they're just trying to grab extra points and get a little bit of DPS off the field.
Yeah, get a points lead somewhere, because ultimately
they're not going to get ahead though. They really have to kill the EOS. Strange choice. I don't quite know.
Yeah, they
why
gotta kill
would
that
do
EOS.
that.
They have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Merlin down, so now there's no more support. That's good.
Yeah.
That EOS
They're
closing in
still
on.
5 points behind though. They need to kill the EOS.
Once again we see a Navy Raven literally not moving. That's such a big mistake. Like that's happened way too much for this team. You really have to keep those things moving.
At least he's shooting though. That's the actual important thing. He has not overheated his top rack.
It is good that he's shooting, but
that one isn't shooting.
Almost no matter what's going on in EVE Online, if you're not moving, you're taking more damage. The way that the damage is calculated, both for tracking and for missiles, really cares a lot about how fast your ship is going.
And it's also actively worse for missile ships. So in a turret-based ship, you cannot move to try and reduce your transversal.
He started moving.
Yay, okay.
I love commentator booth FCing.
Primary is the EOS. Shoot the EOS. You need the points to win.
It looks like they're going to take the EOS out, but they might also lose another Navy Raven.
Yeah, that Navy Raven is super low. Is he on reload?
See, and in this case, too...
Are they going to lose this Navy Raven, who was just standing still?
Standing still and taking damage from a Blaster EOS that doesn't have him webbed. Like, get away from the Blaster EOS. That's a whole bunch of extra damage that's only limited to like a 3K range coming from a ship that's slower than you.
So so watch for the missile volley to hit on this Golem.
All right.
There's one more volley on this Golem and it's going to go down. If the Navy Raven drops, so ACAS has a lead right now, but this Navy Raven isn't going to survive.
That Golem,
the
taunting
Golem
them.
Sitting there, mindlessly shooting the now moving at a slow boat speed Navy Raven.
Oh, he boosted a little bit of shields back. That's good. He might be able to take a volley.
I think he also managed. Oh, here we go. Here's the volley.
One volley. He's boosting again. Okay.
All right.
He's got to survive for 2 minutes.
Here comes the missiles. He boosted again for that one.
Now,
it's like
Tinkerhell, this is a time you want to use heat if you have it available.
But do not burn out
But be careful.
Your hardness.
Yeah.
Using heat is a very dangerous thing to do here. Wow, this match is actually super tight in the worst way possible. Like, both of you have made terrible mistakes. Mostly ACAS.
I think the ACAS Navy Raven's going to survive. Look how much shield he just boosted
back. Yeah, he's
just
boosting now. His ASB is reloaded. Like,
wow.
He's going to live?
I think he's going to live for sure. Man,
wow.
That's got to be heartbreaking for Cynosural Field Theory. They were so close.
They were just hitting the wrong cycles in the cycle of the booster and volley. If they had just caught one volley into that structure, they would have blown that Navy Raven to smithereens.
Again, just like the match yesterday that kind of went back and forth for ACAS a lot, this match hinged on some really weird and small decisions. Killing the Merlin and the Malediction, really strange and important decision. They might have killed the EOS 3 volleys earlier and never even had a chance of losing that Navy Raven if they hadn't shot those frigates for a while. it worked out for them in this case, but like both of their matches have just hinged on these tiny little things, like sitting right next to an EOS for no reason.
Well, that's
wow,
gonna
and they're
be
actually maybe gonna kill the golem. No,
no,
boosting back.
the golem just wasn't boosting. But like the Navy Raven now back in the red in shields, boosting in and out of the red.
Stopped moving again just for fun. He just decided
Overheat
he didn't want to go
your
anywhere
guns,
once again.
golem.
Maybe he's really tired. He just
He's a slow boating uses too much capacitor. Doesn't use any capacitor.
Anyway, 10 seconds. I don't think Tinker can kill him in 10 seconds. Man, it's actually
it stopped boosting.
incredibly close.
Okay, it's boosting.
Still,
all right.
but
This is
8CAS makes it out. So
there we go. All right.
Quite a match again. We'll have to see if 8CAS can continue the
8CAS
soap opera that is their matches.
8CAS is providing entertainment, and you can't really fault them for that.
No. All right, I'm stepping out, guys. Fozzie will be stepping in again, and we'll be back in after a couple of ads to talk to them. Good closeout by me. See you guys.
Sounds great.